Hello, I'm Sam of Stitchy Sam here on FlossTube, but also on Instagram. Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for choosing to join me today. Today I have got some whips to show you from February and my February progress. I'm really sorry that it's a tad late. I had all good intentions to do it last week, but there was a late opening for a beautician's appointment, so I snapped it up and I just didn't have time to do it before my son got home from his Saturday activities, so apologies for that. But I've got whips for you today. I've also got a new start and also my focus piece, and I've got a tiny little bit of haul which you might be interested in seeing. So with no further ado, I'll start with my whip. The first one is well, it's actually not a whip, it's my new start. It was the Melika Sal mystery sal that came out on the 25th of February. The reason why I have not stitched a great deal is that I just stitched it for the remainder of February because I'm actually doing March Madness at the moment. So if you've not done so already, check out my Instagram. There are votes open for you to vote on your favourite designs going forward. This one will be featuring, but I think that doesn't feature until next Thursday, so the coming Thursday. But please check it out, please vote. Basically you decide. So this is a mystery sal, and they're all designs of animals. I'm not quite sure what animal it is yet. I thought initially, because the fabric is quite long and thin, that it might be a rabbit, but also might be something with a long neck, such as, I don't know, a llama maybe. So this is going to be really interesting to see. But as we can see, that we're already sort of like at the end here, unless the ears go out more, who knows. But this is runs over 12 weeks, and a new part comes out every 2 weeks. So actually a new part is due out this Wednesday, but I don't mind, because what I'm planning to do is to catch up on both my sales in April, so that should work out nicely. The needle minder is also one by Melika Designs. I just thought it was just cute, and it's an animal theme, so I just popped it on to keep me company while I stitch this, and it's really fun. All of her designs are pattern keeper compatible if you get the digital versions, which this is, and I'm around about the 35% progress for this part only. So that's right at the bottom, and it's right at the left hand side. I wanted to do that and then work way across. That's how I do it. I believe this is DMC two strands over one, and it's 14 count white Ada. So I'm really excited to see how that progresses and see what the next part is, which of course I'm going to have a look, even though I'm not quite at the stage of being able to stitch it. So yeah, so the next one, although it was a sal and I didn't do it during the period of a sal, I've agreed to do an informal one with my friend Manx Kathy. She doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she is over on Instagram if you want to check her out. Now this is by Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and part one was basically this red fabric flower and the bell section, and part two is this bit with all the trunk. So I've not quite finished the trunk, but I'm getting towards the bottom of the base of the trunk now. And then there's a couple more red berries here to be put in, and a few more leaves over here to do that, and then that part will be done. So that's part 2. So part 3 is a smaller part with a bauble. I'm just trying to orientate myself, which features just sort of here in this gap, which again I'm hoping to do, and who knows if it gets voted to go into the next stage for the March Madness, then I might be able to stitch a bit more on it in March too. So that should be fun. Really enjoying this. So I forgot to tell you what the name of the design is. It is Hello Holly by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. The needle minder is also by Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and the fabric is 14 count. It's like a green, I can't remember, it begins with a C, Cernum or something, Cernum, I think. 14 count isn't my sort of like preferred one, but I have done another tree and it was also on 14 count. I want them to be of similar sizes, so that's why I've decided to keep with the 14 count for this one as well. So that is Hello Holly by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Really enjoying that, and that's kept in this project bag or whip bag. I haven't put my threads on a thread card yet, so I'm just sort of like winging it because the colours are so distinct from each other, you can easily tell. And the bag is by Stitch Mania Stash, and it's got these cute little snow people, and I don't think you can tell on camera, but it's got all like specks of sort of glitter. I'm not sure if you can tell or not. I don't think you can, but I love this bag, and I've got a bigger bag as well, and also some grime guards for my Millennium frame in the same fabric because I love the fabric. The fabric's from Canada. Stitch Mania staff Michelle has family over there, and she picked it up while she's over there, and I just said, right, okay, I can have some of those bags, please. Okay, so they're my 2 sort of sales that I'm trying to keep up with. And then Whip Go, my Whip Go for this month picked out Australian Adventures, so that's this one, also by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. So it's a map of Australia, and you can see I'm getting on towards sort of halfway through. This one has already come up for March Madness, so I have actually stitched a little bit more, including this bit and the back end of the one back there, but I don't know if you can do. Oh, I'm going to hold something up behind that. Here we go. It's that cute little koala. Isn't adorable? And I've not stitched the sea creatures down here. There's a couple of sea creatures down there. I'm going to do those once I move the nerd frame, which will probably be next time, to be honest with you. So I think I'm getting on for about halfway through that one, so that one's coming towards a finish, and I'm determined to have that finished this year. And again, the bag that I've chosen for this one is actually one by Stitch Mania Stash again. The reason why is because she stitched it so it fits my nerd frame in there, my nerd hoop, but unfortunately because of the March Madness I'm having to switch the hoops around a lot, so that's not in here at the moment, but it's big enough for the size. I think it's a size 3 hoop, the second biggest one that I have, and that's just perfect. And that's the usual way that I store my threads, so they're all organised and clear to do. So I've got a bit of holiday, today being the first day of that holiday, so hoping to try and tidy up my craft stuff, sell a few bits, and do lots of stitching, of course. And the other Whip Go call was this design by Heaven and Earth Designs, which was originally a sale in 2015. So it's been going on for a very long while. And this is called Frogs Kissing, or Quick Stitch Frogs Kissing, because it was a sale. It's discontinued, you can no longer get it. I believe that the full design is still available. But I was working on this bit here. I ran out of one of the threads. I'm pretty sure I have ordered it and it will be in my box. So just trying to make sure you can see that. And from a distance, when I first started the sale, I really didn't like the colours. But since then I've had, I now have Pattern Keeper, I now have my Lowry stand, so I can be a two-handed stitcher. And of course I'm now converting it to the Royal Rose method, which is going really well for me. These bits at the end are because there are some colours missing from a previous stitching session. I really need to sit and get the correct threads for the next time it comes up, which will be next week, because it's also featuring in March Madness. If you want to see more of this, head over to my Instagram and make sure you vote next week. So there we go. So that's that one. And my final whip and a bit of haul, because it's sort of attached to the Millennium frame already, I just couldn't resist, is my Mario pose. Now this is by Not Another Stitcher on Etsy. And I've actually finished the row with the top of the glove, and I've already started on the right hand side, as you can see it, the bit of background there, but that's just a lot of white and pale colours, but that was such relief from that M. If you've seen my reel or haven't, check out the reel that I've published, because that M was a nightmare. The amount of different colours, and I'll try and get this close so you can see the amount of colours. Hopefully I've zoomed that in on the M. It was just unbelievable. You think, oh, it's a red M. You think it's a red M, that's going to just stitch up really quick. Wrong. Because there was, let's see, yellows. There was even yellows and a bit of cerise pink in there. So many reds, and even the black lines around it had black and blue and grey, and yeah, so there was a lot. But I think the effect, when you see it from a distance, is really good. So if you see it from that sort of distance. This is stitched using CXC threads on 25 count easy grid, or easy count by Zweigart. And it's currently on my Millennium frame. Well, I've got two sets of the bars, this being the shorter one, but it's very heavy. And so my haul is these grime guards. I was thinking, if it's on my stand all of the time now, I am concerned that there was going to be a bit of dirt gathering at the rolled up parts of the fabric. So I was thinking, oh, I covered them, and then I'm going to a stitchy day in April, and it was Bee Stitching bags was advertising for a different retreat that I'm not going on, and I just contacted her and I said, would you be able to do me some grime guards? my Millennium frame. She said, yeah, no problem, here's the fabrics I've got available. And when I saw this one with the pink and the blues, I just thought that is just so me and so Mario, with the purples and the pinks behind in his background. So that was just had to purchase, and it was really good value for money, I thought, and speedy delivery. So I hope I've got that name right. If not, I do apologize, and I will put it down here for you. Oh, and I've forgotten to show you what it looked like last month, as I have with my other whips. So I do apologise about that, but I will make sure that on my editing that they've all got their previous pictures of what they look like. So that finishes those whips and new start that I had. So my plans, which I've already mentioned, are March Madness. Excuse me, I've got a bit of dry throat. March Madness, there's already been 3/4 stitched on, and one vote being launched. That's on my Instagram poll, and that will close. There may very well, depending on when I can get this published, and there might be a second vote in my stories on Instagram. So please check that out if you wish to vote. And that one is going to be my Spring Rabbit against Australia Adventures. No, it's not Australia Adventures. It was against Hello Holly, which I showed you earlier. So I'm going to be posting that video. And then next week, there are going to be four new contenders for the quarterfinals 3 and 4, and that is Frogs Kissing, and I'll show the brackets here. It will be the Melika Sally Squirrel, and the fourth one is going to be, and I can't remember. Oh, it will be on the brackets, so please forgive me. I have had limited time to plan for this video because my little boy had to go to A&E this morning, so accident and emergency. He had an accident at school yesterday playing football, and we just wanted to make sure that his wrist wasn't broken because he was complaining of a lot of pain in his right wrist. Good news is it's not broken, it's just a bad sprain, but he is in a lot of discomfort, so hopefully he has a better night. But he is banned by the doctor from doing any sport for the next few days, so that's sad times, but we'll try and think of activities he can do with his left hand. He's right-handed, so it's not ideal, but hopefully he'll be all better, ready for school on Monday. So that's a bit of life thrown in for you. I don't usually do live updates, but just wanted to do that then. And after those March Madness quarterfinals, I will be putting out another brief video just reviewing the results from that. Super excited about what the results will be from those. I am predicting them myself. I'm going to write it all down, what I predict, and just see if it works out or not, if you agree with what I thought. So that's the really interesting thing about it as well. So one last thing, it's not stitching related, but I went to my craft club today and designed my own nameplate. There's quite a few of us in the group now, and we sometimes forget each other's names, so the suggestion was one month we will do nameplates. So that's mine. It was double-sided, so it's essentially the same, but obviously pink, and then because they're sort of bluey purple, now I chose a blue sort of like surrounding for that. I do quite well, I used to do a lot of paper crafts. I don't have the time to do so much now. So it was just nice to just sit back and relax and just join with some friends. So that was fun this morning. So that's all from me today. I will try and make sure I have much more regular videos going forwards, and in the meantime, happy stitching.